Hello and a warm welcome to the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals 2018. We are in Guangzhou, also known as Canton, China, who is hosting this prestigious tournament for the first time. Guangzhou, one of China's 9 national central cities, 13 million people, and close to the border of Hong Kong. We are live from the Chanhe Gymnasium Stadium, holding approximately 10,000 spectators. We have been all over the globe this year. It's all started in Asia with the Thailand Masters in January, and since then the World Tour has been to Oceania, Pan America and Europe. Sunday night, the players had their gala dinner, a great evening where the public saw a completely different side to the players. Male Player of the Year award went to Marcus Gideon and Kevin Sukamuljo of Indonesia, and the Female Player of the Year award went to Huang Yachong of China. And here we have the magnificent trophy from Royal Selangor, made in pewter and inspired by the iconic Canton Tower, to be presented to the winners of the finals on Sunday. The final format is, as you can see, the first 3 days is group stages. On day 4, on Saturday, semi-final, and day 5 on Sunday is the finals. Today is the first day of the group matches, and the first match is the men's doubles, 2-time world champion AHSAN and SETIAWAN of Indonesia against ENDO and Watanabe of Japan. That's followed by a women's singles where Akane Yamaguchi of Japan is playing the Olympic silver medalist Pusaravi Sindhu of India. Third match on is a men's singles, Kento Momota of Japan, the world champion, up against Samir Verma of India. That is followed by a women's singles, Tai Su Ying of Chinese Taipei, the Asian Games champion, against Zhang Beiwen of United States. And finally, a women's doubles, Matsutomo and Takahashi of Japan, the Olympic champions from 2016, against Gracia Poli and Rahayu of Indonesia.
Service charge.
Tonight we have another session. It starts at 6 o'clock, and in my opinion, I think the 2 men's singles are looking extremely interesting. Shi Yuqi of China against Son Wan Ho of Korea, Cho Chen Chen of Chinese Taipei against Anthony Ginting of Indonesia. And as you can see here, the players are waiting in the wings. Here we have SETIAWAN and AHSAN to the left in the red shirt, and here Watanabe, the left-hander from Japan. The most experienced, not the most, but the most experienced player in the Japanese team here was ENDO. And the players and pairs are drawn into 2 groups of 4. Seeding is based on the race to Guangzhou standings. The top 2 players or pairs from each group will qualify for the semi-finals, for which a knockout draw will be conducted. And as you can see, we are focusing on Group B, and it's AHSAN and SETIAWAN against ENDO and Watanabe. So, welcome to the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals in Guangzhou. First match on is men's doubles, AHSAN and SETIAWAN against ENDO and Watanabe.
Ladies and gentlemen, HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. We invite all the audience to finish the first serve. Let's all count down together.
请大家跟着我们的视频一起倒数。
8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1。
So, as you can see, the referee, umpires and service, the umpires and service judges and the line judges are all ready and waiting for the players as they are making their way onto court in just a moment. And here we got Muhammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan of Indonesia, 2 times world champions. And 1-time All England champion and 2 times year-end finals champions.
Indonesia, WATANABE, Japan.
A very, very experienced pair on the world circuit. They have actually, I would say, it's the 2nd time around that they play on the world circuit, because they reunited early this year. And what a year it has been qualifying here for the year-end finals in Guangzhou. Their opponent in yellow, Watanabe, the left-hander, and Endo, the more experienced player. And as you can see, Setiawan and Hassan is 1-0 up in the head-to-head between the 2 pairs. And the umpire is Gup from New Zealand, and she is held by service judge Sindberg of Denmark. Here's Hendra Setiawan in the picture in the blue shirt. And the first profile of today is Muhammad Hassan, age 31 and 173 centimeters. They are ranked 9 in the world presently, and that's based on 15 tournaments. They have been as high as #1 in the world. And they qualified for this finals as #6. And Hendra Setiawan, age 34, 183 centimeters. Of course, the same ranking applies to him as well. They are presently #9, and they qualified as #6 to this World Tour finals. Their opponents from Japan here, we have Hiroyuki Endo, age 31, 171 centimeters, and they are ranked 8 on the world ranking at the moment, and that is based on 19 tournaments. That's a lot of tournaments this pair's played. The highest he has been is #2 in the world, but that was with Kenichi Hayakawa some years back. His partner is a new young player, age 21 years, height 165, and his name is Yuta Watanabe, and his highest ranking ever in the men's doubles is 8, and that is with his present partner, Hiroyuki Endo. So it's a very interesting match we have in front of us here, and we got Trish Gup from New Zealand as our umpire, as previously mentioned. Very experienced umpire as well. And Jakob Sundberg of Denmark as the service judge. And we are getting ready to play. It was a great win for the Japanese pair, Endo and Watanabe, when they clinched the title in the Korean Open, the Super 500 tournament. This year it was actually their first win, and they have qualified based on 15 of the 19 tournaments they have played on the world ranking. And it's very interesting as well. They have lost 7 of the 15 tournaments in the first round, and despite that, they still qualified. So, Watanabe to serve. Yuta Watanabe, the left-hander, 21 years of age, to serve. So, good attacking skills here from the Indonesians in their first and opening rally. Fortunately, finished it by a mistake, but always nice to see when they're playing aggressive badminton. That's out. Endo took that one on the sideline. Just wanted to make sure. And this is where this left-right combinations comes into play. Endo attacking from the back, and then that cross intercepted by Watanabe with the left hand. Good start for the Japanese. 3 love up. The Indonesians here, they qualified with the smallest margin. 67,900 points versus Kamura and Tsunoda, and another pair from Japan with 67,600 points. So just 300 points more. And they qualified out of 13 tournaments played, counting towards the race to Guangzhou. They had a win this year. They won the Singapore Open, the Super 500 tournament. Otherwise, they have been steadily entering semi-finals. They've had 5 semi-finals so far this year. India Open, German Open, the Denmark Open, Fuzhou China Open, and Hong Kong Open this year. I think it's safe to say now, after having played the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of this match, that this is definitely a slow horse so far. It's a big, massive stadium, and it makes it very slow indeed, but also the fact that it's quite cold in here, which means that's also slowing the shuttles down a bit. Somehow I feel it's working in the favor of the two Japanese. We have a broken frame here from Mohamed Hassan. Yeah. Clashing the two rackets together there at the center, and look at that, the racket's gone. That happens sometimes because the rackets are strung so tight. Yeah, good interception there. This is what SETIAWAN is so good at, that interception at the net. But will he get many opportunities in this match? It still remains to be seen. Yeah, good play here by AHSAN. Wonderful cross-court smash. Catching ENDO off guard. Directed towards the right hip. Really well placed by Mohammad AHSAN. Very tight shot there by Watanabe. Once again, this left-right combination. Take the first game into the first mid-game interval. 11-4 up for ENDO and Watanabe. In just 6 minutes, here we got the confirmation. 11-4 for the Japanese pair.
今のスペースにここからまっすぐ行ってでさっきの細かいのここにかはもうそんなもうちょっと大きくねそこが気をつけてねさっきまたドロップ来るで相手誘うにねそこが我慢してそこがちょっともし近いスタイルやっぱりスピード出さないともし細かいスタイルちょっとそこね3球目だけ絶対合わせないことだよねその人のところにサーブレシーブ出した人に合わせないところとスマッシュレシーブに高さつかないと今の絶対取れてる
So we're ready to resume play. And what a good start here by ENDO and Watanabe. 11-4 up. And this is one of the problems for the Indonesian pairs, that they simply cannot get the smashes down, they can't kill it. That was a good opportunity for Hendra SETIAWAN, but not able to capitalize on it. Slight confusion there, but all saved. I think we're waiting for Hawkeye here to determine whether that was in or out. But from the slow motion pictures, it definitely looked in. And the Indonesian pair also gave the shuttle to the Japanese pair straight away. As you can see, that's definitely in. So it's 14-4.
14-4.
Yeah, going for the lines here. It's very understandable that SETIAWAN is really trying to go for the line. It's very hard for him to score the point from that back line. Of course, the lead for the two Japanese is just too much, and here you can see that Watanabe was hitting as hard as he could. Left it on the back line, but still landed in.
10-9.
Yeah, lucky shot there from ENDO, making it 18-4. Can you believe that? There is no doubt that the Japanese duo is more used to play under these colder conditions than the two Indonesians. Often when you go to Japan and play tournaments over winter, there's no heating in the halls, and therefore it's quite cold sometimes to play there. And there's no doubt that that is to the advantage of the two Japanese. 20 game point 4. And first time of asking, ENDO and Watanabe take this opening game 21-4 in just 11 minutes. That's incredible, but let's see whether the two Indonesians can regroup. Here, the final shot of the first game. So let's see whether this interval between the two games has helped the course for the two Indonesians here, because the first game, losing 21-4, was really not to their liking, I'm sure. So I'm sure they've been discussing with their coach what to do and how to counter-attack the situation here. But it doesn't look easy for them. Let's see what they're coming up with here from the start of the second game. Really well saved there by Watanabe. Great variation by AHSAN from the back line, but all in vain. And another racket frame is broken there. Look at this, really well saved by Watanabe on the floor. And then good attack by ENDO.
13-12.
Yeah, they simply can't kill it, the two Indonesians. They're trying so hard, but the defense from the Japanese just too strong. Once again, ENDO is getting this one back. Of Of course, it's not helping the course of the two Indonesians when the shuttles are this slow. Good return by AHSAN, exploiting that mid-court area just between the two players. And once again, very effective when you see how the two Japanese are chasing the Indonesian pair on the back line from side to side. So that was a good point for AHSAN and SETIAWAN. But they have to be really, really good around this service situation, the first 3 shots, to win this match, to add on lots of pressure on the two Japanese. It's all about the 3 first shots. Going wide. There's no doubt that AHSAN and SETIAWAN was almost out of retirement, if you can say that, as a pair anyway, when they were called back and to play for Indonesia for the Thomas Cup in May this year. I did think they did a good performance, but still all in vain. China won the Thomas Cup and Japan became runners-up, and the two players in yellow here were part of that Japanese team that got the silver. Yeah, great placement there by AHSAN. How he's going down the line on this one here. That's the first one is really doing the trick, because Watanabe can't really get it away from him. To have a challenge. So that lift was called out on the back line, and the Japanese chose to challenge it. But it's a much better start here for the Indonesians. I think that one is out. Yes.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 6-all.
So 6-all it is, and as I said, a much, much better start here for AHSAN and SETIAWAN. Have to be strong around that service situation, exactly what we saw here, what SETIAWAN is so good at, the first 3 shots, and that's where they have to try to score the points and add on enough pressure to make sure that they get some more points.
1 challenge remaining. 60-70. Please. 9-6. Service over. 18-16. Service over. 7-9.
So we're going to the mid-game interval here with leads of 11-7 for the two Indonesians. And what a much, much better start to this second game by the pair in blue. Here we've got the confirmation, 11-7 in 9 minutes. Good to see that the Indonesian pair still having the fire to win. Yeah, the idea was great by SETIAWAN. Cross-court, look at how he's playing it cross-court and straight away follow through. Yeah, well left by Watanabe. First 2 points going a Japanese way, 9-11.
First game won by Ratchanon Itano, 21-18.
It's a difficult shot that AHSAN tried there, that flat drive cross court, really whipping it with the extreme power. But unfortunately for him, he was just clipping the top of the tape, not going over. Yeah, that was a good shot by ENDO to Watanabe, say leave it, and well spotted. Yeah, good follow-up there by ENDO.
12-11.
Yeah, we need the court to be mopped. AHSAN trying desperately to cover cross-court, but it never went cross-court. ENDO chose to go down the line, and that was a good choice. Taking the first 5 points after the mid-game interval here, 12-11 up suddenly, the two Japanese. It's going out. Yeah, I think he touched it. Yeah, the umpire spotted it. He just touched it, ENDO, as he was swinging at it, and therefore it's a 12-all.
1 love. 13-12.
It's going to be a tough tournament for this young man. Also playing in the mixed doubles later today. qualified for 2 events in the men's doubles and the mixed doubles.
14-12. Service over. 1-all.
Yeah, that was a good variation here by SETIAWAN going cross-court. Surprised Watanabe a little bit, and just enough for Watanabe to make that mistake when he pushed it down the line. Yes, good cross-court there by AHSAN, intercepting well at the net. But not only that, the way he managed to get that one cross-court was well played. Trying to look at this one, it's not an easy shot. And catching Watanabe on the right side, on that forehand side. 16-13. That's a poor defensive shot there by SETIAWAN. Normally having such a good touch on it, but this time it's letting him down. The Olympic champion from 2008 in Beijing, with his former partner, Marquis Kido. Interesting though as well that his partner Mohamed Hassan won a silver medal at the World Championship in Glasgow 2017 with another partner, Saputro, of course also from Indonesia. Just shows that these two players are really, really strong men's doubles players and have been dominating the world of men's doubles for years. Smash here by Endo. And that should be a winner. AHSAN almost got that one back. Quite solid in his defense. Can't take away the fact that the two Japanese is just 2 points away from taking this opening match at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals in Guangzhou. And here, 3 match points. Taking the last 4 points, setting up 3 match points. That's out.
Service over. 18-20.
Yeah, Endo saying that the scoreboard on the court is not correct, which is absolutely right. The score is 18-20, and the scoreboard at the court is saying 17-19. Service mistake, and what a way to finish this match. What a way. Yuta Watanabe and Hiro Yuku Endo is winning this opening game, or opening match, 21-4, 21-18. As I said, what a way to finish this match, on a service mistake. A very, very surprising first game, winning 21-4, but the second game was a lot closer. And as we see the players here leaving the court, the confirmation of the scores is 21-4, 21-18 for Endo and Watanabe.